Okay, documenting the current state of the Runkles basement. There's some big heavy furniture they're supposed to be giving away. Flat screen sitting there. They got some things fairly well organized on a shelf. Got some boxes, some full totes, a shelf with not a lot of stuff on it. You got some empty totes, more boxes, some more covered furniture, a lot of totes over here, around 15 there. Got some light fixtures that we just changed out in the last couple days upstairs. We got some bags of something unknown on the floor. It looks like there might be some holiday things in there. Some throw pillows and I don't know what else. Okay, got a big pile of stuff here. There's a full tower computer, clothes basket full of stuff. Looks like an old vacuum cleaner, some bags. Got a bunch of wire racks on the floor, wire shelves. I think those were from their old pantry when we replaced the shelves, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, and we have a lot of holiday stuff over here. Some in totes. Well, a lot of it over here in totes. The totes aren't all full and don't all have the lids on them, but they just got some help bringing stuff down from the holidays, but everything's not put back yet. So I got the tree up there. A lot of fall things on a table, loose. And you got some decorations down here. And we have a couple of different sheets laid out on the floor with some more holiday things laid out loose. Lisa said at one time these were all in totes. So. And then we have some more holiday things loose out there. A couple of totes. Old wire rack. That might be the one from the pantry. There's something here. I think it's one of those little like a workstation that you can use. Bed frame, boxes, more decorations, hoses and stuff, just kind of laying in a box. It looks like a weed whacker. Some glass on the wall. Over here. Another table. Got a picture frame on the floor. And then over here, going toward the stairs, a whole lot of stuff. Doesn't really look like any totes. They're mostly in boxes, or some things are just out loose. So, got a chair down here. It's interesting. Got a kennel, and then some cushions for, I think that's for their outside furniture. And then we got a few things in the corner there, and this corner looks pretty well organized. Looks like it's pretty used. So we're probably not going to do anything with that corner today. What we are going to do today is put together a few of these wire shelves. Actually got 4 of them. They're 48 wide, 18 inches deep, and 72 high, so 6 feet high. We got 2 to go in the Christmas unit area. And then we got 2 to go in the corner, going over where all those totes currently are, and we're going to stack totes up on the shelves there. So we'll see what it looks like. We'll do a after video after we've done some organizing in the basement here. So the first thing we're going to do is clear out this area here. And once it's all cleared out, start getting the wire racks up, and then we'll take a look and see what it looks like with the wire racks up. Okay, so we got our first rack together. Took about 25-30 minutes. Learned something from this. Was putting each rack in above the next one so that you could just barely get a standard tote in there which is like 22 wide by 12 high. And I discovered after I had put the fourth of the 5 shelves in that if I kept going just one high, the top shelf would have ended up about right here, and then all that space above, there would have been nothing. It would have looked really goofy. So I ended up pounding up the 3 middle shelves, and I moved the second to the top one up 2 spaces, and then the second from the bottom one up 2 spaces, and then that bottom, well, the bottom one that's above the floor up 1 space. So now the bottom 2 shelving units will actually take a tall tote, sort of like this blue one here, because this blue one is taller. You can see how much taller it is than the other tote. Probably 2 or 3 inches taller. So now the bottom shelves will be able to do the bigger totes, and then the top 3 shelves will all do the standard size totes. So I guess you could get the big ones on the top too, but usually when they're big, they're more full, they're more heavy. So always better to put the lighter stuff on top. All right, we'll do another update after I finish the next one. All right, we finished 2 racks now. The second rack took 5 to 10 minutes less than the first. I think the first was probably over half an hour. This last one was 20, 25 minutes. Now that I know where to put all the shelves. So not too hard to put together. There's a lot of storage space there now. I have a feeling they might want more when this is all done. We'll see. On to the next one. Okay, so it's just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Finished with the last 2 wire racks here. I didn't notice when I was in the store, but these are 6 shelf units, and the last ones were 5 shelf units. This height is the same, 72 inches. The only issue it makes is great having an extra shelf, and this is the area where all the Christmas stuff is going. It is great having the extra shelf, but one of the shelves is not high enough for a standard tote. So the one that's not high enough here is the second to the top shelf. But like the other units that I put together over here, you can also put the totes here on 5 of the shelves. And then that 6th shelf, you could do, well, let's see. So there's like a narrower tote right there, something like that. Or like that long low box there is, you can see about half the height of a tote. So even with the things sticking up out of it, that ought to actually go on that second to top shelf pretty nicely. All right, so the big work really is ahead. That's the organizing and getting things onto the shelves.